Hey, Bucky, can I take a photo with you?
I got video of you as well.
I know, but I want to take a photo.
You gotta
for
send
you.
me the shit.
Look at me, already turning. Look at already turning.
Perfect. No, it's good.
That's the body.
Yeah,
You didn't turn
you
till
did
peak,
wait.
though.
You set it up. Look at that style.
And then you commit.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are about to make me cry. Thank you so much, bud.
10 minutes in.
Right?
All I gonna kick turn.
That was so fun, dude. Thank you so much, guys.
Where did you get off?
Unfairly, dude.
Right? What? Who the fuck do you think you are?
What's the point, you know? And that's why I just really never did it, you know, but, wow. What? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. We'll talk about it on the pod.
Yes.
You know how great I am, you know?
If we have a birdhouse party, you want to be invited?
Well, yeah, I mean, any party that involves high-level skateboarding, I would love to come to.
Are you sweating from skating today?
Yeah, man, I don't exercise. I don't move really
Yeah, you
that
do.
much.
You've
How?
lost 20 pounds.
Yeah, that was from trauma and COVID.
Nice.
So, you want to lose weight, trauma and COVID.
You should do an exercise video or something.
Yeah.
Just get COVID.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thanks for having me.
So you coming here started with us doing your podcast.
Yeah, you guys came over. I couldn't believe it. And then you guys killed it on ours. But then I was just like, the other day I was playing Tony Hawk 1 and 2 again.
Yep.
And I wiped my memory so I could start from the beginning.
Okay.
You can do that. And anyway,
I see.
sorry. Wash your face. Okay.
No.
I'm pretty dirty.
Wait,
But anyway,
yeah, I don't want to.
anyway, and I was like, oh my God, Tony was in this garage. You know. Anyway, so I've been thinking about it, and that's why I woke up super early, and I drove down here from LA.
Well, what you did was very impressive. I thought for sure that you were nowhere near as good as you are.
Well, we got set up. We went skating. But
Yeah.
what I want to say, this
Okay.
started with us going on your podcast, and then there was this sort of somewhat of a challenge pose that
You
we
talked
could
a mean
teach you.
skateboard game.
But also that he said
You talked some
he
shit.
could never learn to ollie, and we said we could help you teach you to ollie, and he's like, others have tried, it's never going to work. And then there was this sort of loose challenge that you were going to come down here sometime,
Uh-huh.
and you did.
Yeah, because I'm a man of my word.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to say something. I don't have your body. You have the perfect body for skateboarding. You're
I
lean.
don't know about that.
Yeah, but I'm shaped like a thumb. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm like a scallop or whatever.
That
you know what I
hasn't stopped others.
mean? But yeah, but I came here and I was nervous.
Yeah.
What?
Why?
Well, because
Because of him?
not only just him, Bucky Lasix there.
You didn't know he was going to be.
I know, but when I don't know, and I
That
I
made
see
you
him-
nervous?
That makes it worse.
Yes, you made me nervous
I do.
a little bit.
Cool.
You know what I mean? But there's a tension. We'll
Do you
talk
think
about
I'll
that
beat
later.
you up?
No.
Because I wouldn't. I would protect
No.
you.
I feel like if we were in prison together,
I would protect you.
yeah,
But I wouldn't
I
make
think
you.
he's going somewhere else with this.
yeah,
We wouldn't do that.
you would protect me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd be your bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to the people, I would say that, but when we're in the prison cell by
Yeah,
ourselves,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not my bitch. You're my friend.
Yeah, you're my friend. All right.
But when we get out there,
Yeah.
you're my bitch.
Really?
Yeah. Because
So-
for protection purposes.
Okay.
Because
All
if
right.
you're not my bitch, you could be somebody else's.
That's true. But I just feel like that in the cell that I would be your bitch as well.
Right.
Right.
If you want to.
Anyway, you
Sorry,
guys-
Tony.
He
Sorry,
seems to
Tony.
be.
Sorry,
Seems to be a
Tony.
theme here. He's very. He's
Yeah,
stuck
I
on
know.
it.
No,
Yeah.
it's I don't know him that well. I
Yeah,
mean, at
yeah.
one point when when we went on your show,
Yeah.
you said hello to Tony's son and said hey Jason, and he was like, I'm not Jason, and you were like, oh, and then you saw
Okay.
me coming up the driveway,
All
and you were like, ah, shit, I got the wrong guy, and I'm like, wow, like I know Tony's son is white, and maybe you see us all look exactly the same, but I have a wolf tattooed on my head, like he has hair. You didn't know me at all.
Okay, can I just say something? I am sorry.
Which is fair. Who
okay,
am I?
I know,
I don't believe I should be here. I'm just very
No,
fortunate,
Listen,
and I'm appreciative.
I Googled you,
Yeah,
right? You've done a lot of things.
yeah.
You were a skateboarder, a DJ, a radio personality in Australia, right? You're
No.
a stand-up comic.
No.
That's what it says on Google.
I was on Sirius
Sirius
XM.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Australia, I was famous for skateboarding.
Skateboarding. My point is this, okay? Is just sorry. When I
No, let's get
so
this
when
out
I want to get
so we
this
can
out,
move
right?
on.
So when you guys came up, right?
Yep.
with Jason Ellis in my head, it didn't register because I didn't Google it at that point, right? So when I saw Tony's son, I go, "What's up, Jason Ellis?"
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Then I look like a fool,
Little bit.
right? And I feel shame over that.
You
right?
didn't look like a
it didn't
fool.
affect us. Like it might.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was with Miles. Miles is like, "Yeah, whatever. I'm not. Judging."
I don't think Miles was offended either. I
No.
just I understand where I fit. And it doesn't offend me that you don't know me. You got Tony Hawk on the show, and because I'm the co-host, I have to be there.
Can I just say one thing then?
Yeah,
All
do
right.
a couple of things.
But now that I know you,
Yes.
and I research you, and also you're friends with a lot of my friends,
Yeah.
and I talk to them about you and stuff, and that you're getting funny as a stand-up. And
Someone said that?
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah,
very
That's
hard.
big. You don't. Those words mean a lot.
No, that's what people have told me, right? That you're getting funny as a stand-up, right? And this and that. So it's like I have now a respect for you. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like you and I are peers, right?
Yeah.
So I come here humbly apologizing.
Yeah, I
Just
already
accept it. Just
Yeah,
fucking
I did.
accept it.
Accept it.
All right.
Accept it.
And I know that there's tension between us,
It's-
but I think it's in the sexual nature. But
Can
it's
I-
like well, we
am
don't
I-
have to talk about it.
Can I say
Yeah.
this?
Go ahead.
You're my favorite podcaster. You're my favorite celebrity in the world right now. So I listen to your show. I listen
Thank
to
you.
Bad Friends. I feel like everything that happens on your shows that's funny is you. No offense to everybody else.
Thank you.
You're really
Andrew's
good.
not that good. I know.
But-
I know.
And then for you to introduce yourself, like we met one time, and then the next time we meet, I'm at the Laugh Factory, and he comes in, and I'm talking to Brian Callen, who is my friend and obviously been his friend way longer than me. But he comes in and grabs both of us by the wrists and walks us into a corridor, and I'm like, whoa, Bobby Lee knows me enough to grab my hand and Brian Callen's. I'm now in this group of heavy hitting comedians. And you walk down the corridor, and the first thing you do is you run in front of both of us and pull your pants down and show us your butthole. And I'm like, whoa, we're really tight immediately. And then you grab you.
They call that the Korean hello.
Right.
Okay, and that's a cultural thing. It's a cultural
It
thing.
did make me feel less anxious around you. I was like, oh man, he sees me as an equal.
That's an icebreaker.
Yeah. It was
Good
one way or
icebreaker,
the
yeah.
other. It was really
But
cool.
the reason why is because I felt comfortable enough in front of you as a comic.
Yes.
Like these are comics,
Yeah.
right? So
And you guys
I can
always
act
show each
silly.
other-
Yeah, we always. I've seen everyone's penises and
Right.
stuff and their buttholes.
Yep.
Right, and it's like a tradition.
Yes.
You know,
It seems like that.
Yeah. So I felt comfortable enough to do that. And did I cross a boundary?
Not at all. I thought it
Okay.
was very funny.
Okay, good.
And then you tried to grab my junk as well.
Never
I thought
did
that.
that.
was very
Never
funny.
did that. That's insane.
You did
That's
that.
absolutely insane.
You actually.
Now that's assault.
That's assault. That's assault, and that's insane. Yeah. I did not do that, and that's weird. But anyway, or maybe I don't know. We'll talk about it later. But yeah.
I don't want to talk about it later. This is it.
But so
Well, hold on. We didn't even like you guys
Let's
are
go
talking
back
about.
to
Okay,
skateboarding.
sorry, yeah,
As if
okay.
everyone knows
Yeah.
what just happened.
Okay.
You came here, and the object, what I thought the directive was, we're teaching you how to ollie, and you're saying it's not possible, and whatever. We go down there, and you could kind of ollie. You had the motion, and then we got you to hit your tail, and you ollie within 5 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, it didn't.
was very
fe-
impressive.
I know, but I couldn't like when I think of ollieing over like a trash bin or something.
That's pretty big ollie though.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's,
Or
that's years.
oh, that is yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's like, but if you're saying that I got off the ground and
We've
that was
got
a,
video proof.
that was
full
a
show.
legitimate ollie, then
Yes.
I feel happy. And that was my first
Absolutely,
ollie.
yeah.
Fully legit.
Right.
And then the kick turn was even more impressive because I wasn't sure that you
Well,
should
I
be.
I feel offended a little bit because when I first started getting on the board, you guys were like, "Oh my God, you can get on a board." Like I'm not.
But
know what I
you
mean?
presented yourself as someone that's just inept, that can't do it at all. I don't have the body for it. I could never skate. And then we saw you like you're skating. You're doing little kick.
yeah.
And you did an ollie impression on in your studio that made me think you can't skateboard at all. So you kind of
Yeah, you
kind
did
of
it.
pump faked.
Yeah. You
You're like,
mimicked
does
an
it go
ollie on
like
the
this?
ground.
And I was like, whoa, no, it doesn't. Not at all.
But when I like mime sex, people go, "Oh, he doesn't know how to fuck." But when I'm in the bed,
You're
I kill it.
different, right?
Yeah, I'm a machine.
I get that.
Yeah. So then I get so initially I was a little offended, but and then I started riding around. You guys made me feel comfortable.
Okay, good.
Put the little helmet on.
Yeah.
The kick turn thing, I literally I learned a new thing today.
Yeah,
And not that I'm ever gonna be able to drop in that thing.
probably not.
it a challenge?
No, I don't want you to die.
Yeah.
You think that at my age, at 50, I couldn't ever get to the point where I can drop into that
I think
thing?
if you solely focused on skating transition ramps, maybe you could get there if you but I'm talking about you're devoting your days to skating ramps and skating pools and doing kick turns up on top. Yes, you could, but it would be full time.
Wow. Okay. I don't have the time to do that.
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah.
doing a lot of stuff.
I'm doing a lot of stuff. So what you're saying to me is, and that's what the art of, like, that's why we're always in awe of skateboarding. Like when he did the 900, it's like so like inconceivable mentally. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To even think that a human being can do that. You know what I mean? And just by doing that little kick turn, it took every ounce of energy to do it.
It was really dangerous. You know that?
It is.
It can be.
For you, yeah.
Why?
You just slip out and
Slip
like
out, yeah.
you
Right.
break
And-
your
or,
arm.
Yeah, do it, or miss the transition and pump and just end up on your. We call it a Mr. Wilson. Just end up on your back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I've seen that on like Wicked Slams, like Instagram accounts. You know what I mean? Where people really get hurt. Yeah.
Break their wrists.
But I'm good at like I have that Jackie Chan thing. Not that it's not an
Yeah,
Asian
no,
thing.
you're
It's not an Asian
athletic.
thing, but I know how to like roll out of things because I was on the wrestling team. So
Oh, you wrestled
oh yeah, man.
a lot.
Oh yeah.
So you're
In
doing
high school,
Your face is telling me that you're a very good wrestler.
well, we're different weight classes, so I don't want to wrestle you, but
Right.
I know how to do a fireman's. I know how to do a double leg, single leg.
You do?
What?
I want to grapple you.
Yeah, I know some jujitsu.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you so?
Because you talk about how you
present
don't do
yourself
anything.
as someone
Yeah.
who is just idle and static and not athletic.
You always
and
talk
not-
about restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, I love food as well.
Yeah.
Fuckface.
I-
Oh, can I swear? I'm
Fuck
so sorry.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Why
I
am I a
love food, too.
fuck face?
I'm sorry, guy.
You talk about that's how you know me. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that I have. Can I just defend myself real quick?
Yeah.
In high school, I was on the tennis team. I was on the wrestling team. I know how to run,
Yeah.
right? I know how to like do things. It's that through comedy, right? I just don't need to do those things. So I just eat and sleep in. And I used to smoke cigarettes and
You
know,
quit
smoke-
all that, though.
I quit all that. Yeah.
And lost 20 pounds.
yeah.
Do you
That's a
feel
lot,
like your
man.
comedy is partly physical though? That a lot of the stuff you're doing is.
Yes. I mean, as I get older, not as much, but I can still walk around, you know what I mean, and I'll do some physical things, you know what I mean. But when I was younger, I was crazy. Like I'd run through the crowd, and my whole act was just showing people my genitals and stuff.
And you don't do that anymore?
No, the culture changed.
Oh, yeah.
He just does that to his peers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
And
is
you're a peer.
Yeah.
There you
in
go.
comedy, it's a short career, but that's been the highlight of it so far.
What do you like about it?
Well, I only just sort of got good enough to have like a crowd really freak out on everything I said, and when I walked off, I was like, "Oh shit, this is like I feel high." Like
This is what it's about.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, okay," because I was like, I can't do it, and then whenever I can't do something that seems attractive to me,
Yeah.
I'm all in. Because it's hard. It's really hard. People make it out like you're a funny guy. Just get up there and talk. It's not like that. You got to like put in a lot of work and refine things. And I'm like, oh wow. So to me, it's just like skateboarding.
Yeah, but the hardest part of it,
With no
though,
pain.
you did it. It's like this. Let me say something. Going up on stage at a comedy club for the first time
Yeah,
is probably the scariest thing one can do.
I agree.
It's so scary.
I've fought UFC fighters. I've been in pro skateboard contests. I've been in a mega ramp contest, and I've never been more nervous that when I was about to go out in
Yeah.
front of the two most nerve-wracking things. Ryan Sickler got me a gig where it was 600 people, and before that, I was at the Dime Bar.
Yeah.
So when I walked out, I was like, I can't. This is not. My head's gonna. I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna faint and not say anything. And then Whitney Cummings asked me to come out in front of 1,300, people, and that was like
You're in San Diego.
That was like
huge.
Did you go?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And you went up?
yeah.
How much time did you do?
15, and it was terrifying.
It was cool. It
Were
was
you
very
nervous
cool.
for him?
Yeah, but they were with him from the get-go. They were
Oh,
like
wow.
from when he walked out, they were with him.
Oh, mate, it's Ellis, mate, representing Hawk Wolf. Check it out. Fellas, have you started spring cleaning yet? The carpets need cleaning, the drapes need dusting, and your lawn needs mowing. Spring has sprung, and the global leaders in below-the-waist grooming have the best tools for cleaning aisle 5 in your pants. Time to clear out your winter bush and join the other 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off. That's free shipping and 20% off for everybody if you use the code HawkWolf. Listen to me, you fools. I'm 50 and I'm aerodynamic. I shred, I cut wind. Sometimes if I want to have a hairy chest, I'll have one, god damn it. And don't even think I won't get a hairy ass from time to time. It's good for traction when you need to get your ass to the ground and feel the grindstone. Grindstone. But seriously, listen to me. I've got it. I've used it. I have no hair. I have beards. I have hairy chests. I shave my arms. I shave my legs. I shave my toes. I shave my balls. I shave my taint. I shave more things than anybody. I shave my eyebrows. I don't shave my eyelashes. But I have plucked a couple in my time. All hair. I am a specialist. And this is a top quality product that I use all the time. I don't even want to say it, but it's true. I would use it if they didn't sponsor the podcast, but I do appreciate that they do. Use my promo code, 20% off right now. Our promo code. Shipping, use HawkWolf, everybody, manscaped.com, 20% off, free shipping with the code HawkWolf at manscaped.com. It's time to throw your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Yeah, there you go. Jason Ellis for Hawk vs. Wolf, talking about Element. A electrolyte drink comes in a powder form. You put it in your water. You can put it in juice or whatever it is you want. And it's a very serious electrolyte. Sodium, potassium, magnesium with no sugar, no color, no artificial ingredient, no gluten, none of the fillers. Drink that gets you hydrated, get you back on your feet. Some people get dehydrated, get headaches and stuff. If you want to dodge things like that in your life, grab yourself some of these and stay hydrated, stay smart. Element they're so sure of their product. They know that you're going to come back, and they're offering a free Element sample pack. That's 8 single serving packets free.
Road when I started.
Oh, they're back. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Top's gone missing.
They cannot track me. Violence follows. Quiver.
Wait, no, hold on! He's unstoppable!
Forward.
Ah, Morty. Can you smell it? The smell of freshly slaughtered bodies. What's this your first time seeing a monster kill here, Rick? Morty, quit acting like a detective.
Feel the bite of frost. Remember their
Oh, jeez,
faces.
middle tower's under attack! Looks like dire structures are fortified. Oh, jeez, your middle tower's under attack!
It crossed my mind.
Oh, come on, the middle tower's under attack!
Have to pay for this gear somehow. Death comes silently. I see prey. So be it. This way to madness. Brain freeze.
Killed all these people, Morty. That means they're godlike.
A silent terror. Cold fury. Endless ammo. I've made good time.
That's for science is broken.
You okay?
Oh, yeah, your bottom tower's under attack.
Stay out of the open. I see. Hold. Finally, they found me. My sentiments as well.
Where are you going?
Oh, middle tower's under attack.
Come on, get with it!
Morty, middle tower. Morty, watch out. And it's a killing spree.
It's under attack!
Just cover the cost. It's
Was signing up to do open mic, and he just said, just show up to support me. And he went up, and I remember Randy walking off going, wow, that was amazing. He ate it. It was terrible, but just the idea that he would choose to do that was just so like brave.
Yeah.
And then the host goes, next up, Bobby Lee. He had signed me up, right? And I just walked up there.
And just started
Do you
talking.
think you walked up because based on his reaction, or you were gonna do it anyway?
I mean, it was already in my head for a couple of years, so I had already kind of in my head, like, if I ever went up, I would do this, this, and this, right? So it's like,
Try some ice
you
in
know,
your veins.
here's the thing with me is
Another.
I always lived in fear as a kid because my dad was so abusive. I was always scared, you know what I mean? That like I just couldn't ask girls out on a date. I was pretty much an incel. You know what I mean?
You said that you had you dug a hole in the ground and put your penis in it on your latest podcast. That's how desperate you were.
Well, I fucked the ground.
Yeah, I tried to put I tried to put it
Know
in.
what
A,
you mean? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I fucked dirt.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Earth.
There's
Or I
that
fucked
angle.
the earth. It's God. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's what you know. It's you know what I
You
mean?
think he's into that?
No, I don't know if he's into it, but it's like it's a part of his world. Yeah, I mean, why is it wrong? Why is it wrong?
I can't say. I
It's
can't.
natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway, what's better than that than, you know what I mean, a fruit or, you know, I know dudes that have like microwaved like meat and had sex with that. Like, I'm not gonna do that. That's weird. It's a waste of money.
No, the ground is better for sure.
Yeah.
Good
So
call.
thank you. So I was pretty much an incel, and so
If there's any ground out there that wants to slip into Bobby's DMs, hit him up, Earth.
Any butchers?
All right. Okay, guys. So anyway, so when I was 23, right, I kind of like I looked in the mirror and I went, because I had no college education, I had no future. You know what I mean? But I was sober. I was going to a lot of AA meetings back then and stuff, and I just went, please. I looked in the mirror. It's like, do something. So when they called my name at the Thomas King Coffee Shop, I just walked up there, and it was terrible. But I remember getting off stage going. That was the first time you ever did anything to do something for yourself.
It felt real
and something
good.
scary. It changed everything.
Yeah.
And then a couple of months later, I got a job at the La Jolla Comedy Store as a doorman.
So you were in the comedy world. You were hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, even before that, like, I would go to the Improv and watch, like, Brian Regan or Papa Kai Goldthwait or whatever, you know what I mean? But when I was a doorman at the store, they used to put me up on Saturday nights, and this actually happened. So and imagine, I've never really gotten women before, right? So I was on stage, and there was this beautiful girl in the front, blonde, blue eyes. She lived in Oceanside. And I get off stage, and she was walking in front of me. It was after, because I was a host, so after the show, I said, good night, everybody. we're all walking out, and Princess Diana had died, right? And you could tell that she was sad about it. So I just go, hey, I'm so sorry that you did. So I was mopping up the floor like an hour later, and there was no cell phones at the time. And the club, the manager's like, hey, Lee, someone's on the phone. I think the phone was the girl. And the next thing you know, I was in her mom's closet. I was doing the 69.
Yeah. I'll do that.
You've done it, right? So fun. I'm
Oh, in the closet? She's done it.
Yeah. It's the best. Yeah. And I remember like doing
Probably the best place.
looking up at the sky with tears. I cried. Her ass is right here, right? Can I swear on this?
You already said that.
All right.
You
And
called me
now
a
even-
You called me a fuck
I'm sorry. I would look, and I remember crying, and I remember going, like, my face was like shaking, going, "Thank you, Jesus!" Like it was the greatest night of my life. Anyway, so that changed everything. You know what I mean? And I just kept doing it, and now here I am.
That's it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big jump, but okay.
It's like you're saying I got into comedy because hot chicks will sleep with me. Ever since then, I've just been into it.
Yeah,
It feels like that was more incidental to the joy that you had, and then you're like, wait, but this also is huge. So
yeah, money and success and all that stuff is aftermath, right? It's a product of you doing it, right? I think I would still be doing stand-up if I wasn't getting women and I wasn't making money. But it changed my life. I mean, I went from being, I felt like a full-blown loser, right, to being somebody or something. You know what I mean? I still have issues and stuff about myself. You know what I mean?
I think we all do. I think comics do more than the average person. I can tell. I feel like I kind of, every time I meet somebody and understand a little bit more who they are, I'm like, oh, I'm in the right spot. Like,
but also,
people
so much of that breeds comedy.
Yeah, because you got to laugh at yourself.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's very painful. The stuff
or
you make.
that's your distraction, or that's your.
But you have it too, though.
Oh yeah.
Because you have a thing where it's like you've done all this fucking shit. Like you're like the #1 guy, right? I mean, that's just my opinion, right? You've done more for skateboarding than anyone else on planet Earth, right? And yet you're still doing shit and striving. And I think it's something that you're trying to prove to yourself.
Yeah, always. I mean, I definitely I got knocked back a bit recently with my femur, and I think that has shown me that you don't need to always be busting out and going crazy, and I get it. And yes, there's this documentary now that with a big theme of that where people are like, hello, you're old and what the hell are you doing? And so it's taught me a lesson for sure, but it hasn't dimmed that spark.
Right.
I want to get back out there and do a lip slide.
Wow.
It's like you saying you'd be doing comedy even if it wasn't successful. He'd still be skateboarding if he wasn't successful.
Yeah. Well, I did it when it wasn't successful.
Right. A couple times.
A lot.
Yeah.
Maybe more than now.
That's a good point.
I mean, was that painful for you, like back in the day when you were a kid? Like, because I remember, I mean, I wasn't there, but just doing research over the years, you know what I mean? You know, like a lot of those, like, street guys and stuff were saying that you're more too technical and this and that, and you're trying to prove yourself to these people. Do you still have that insecurity?
Not really, no, because skating has come to a point where it's much more diverse with styles and with tricks and whatnot. And I just have more confidence. Like, I know that a lot of the tricks I did they're hard, they're good. Like, and I can do them now without looking like I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
That's important, to have that sort of style where you can throw something down and then land ready for the next thing. And so I think it took me a long time to come to terms with that, or to actually feel good about it. But I still, I still have that drive, and I think that's the obsession.
Yeah.
Borderline addiction.
Yeah.
Speaking of addiction, you said you're a recovering guy, and you're a comedian, and a lot of comedians drink a lot, or at least afterwards. You're at a bar for one. Has that been a?
Well, I'd like to disagree with you.
They don't do that.
No, they do.
Okay.
Right? But that you have those, right? But then you have so many guys that you're not even aware of that have like 20, 30 years of sobriety.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and I know who those people are. In New York, there's a ton of them. I don't want to out them because the anonymity and stuff. But it's like really great comedians that are famous, that are killing it, that have been sober for a very long time. Even in LA, because I just went to rehab 2 months ago. You know that?
What? No.
Yeah.
Why?
I relapsed.
What'd you get on?
Right.
Well, you brought it up, so.
You just seem so.
I relapsed. Oh, so
Okay.
when did I see you guys? Before that?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been a little while.
Yeah,
I
oh,
was
yeah, you
loaded
took
when
some
I
time
was-
off.
I was loaded when you guys were at my house.
Really?
Loaded on what?
Well, here's the thing, okay? Can I just explain myself?
You didn't seem low.
No, I wasn't loaded at the time, right? But around it, I was doing it. So here's the deal with me, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I hide no longer.
I only did alcohol and marijuana,
Okay.
okay? But, in my life, I had 31 years of sobriety collectively.
Oh, not in one shot.
I had 13 at one point,
Yeah.
17 at one point, a year and a half at another point. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so it's like, I've been in large chunks of sobriety, right?
Yep.
So it's like, when I go out, I go crazy. All right.
Okay.
But the problem with me now is that when I like when somebody takes an edible, right? They do what, 20 milligrams maybe, right? I didn't know. I was doing like 1,000, 2,000 milligrams a day of edibles and drinking 24 hours a day. But what happens with me is that when I get high, especially with weed, the opposite thing happens because I have OCD and ADHD, and also I have a lot of trauma that marijuana does the reverse effect, so I can't sleep or eat.
Oh.
And I get riddled with anxiety, right? And so I wouldn't sleep for weeks. I mean, ask my girlfriend. I mean, like, they were, I was seeing sleep specialists, all kinds of stuff. And
then you quit smoking weed and you go to sleep again, just like that.
yeah, well, no, I mean, then I started vomiting and coughing out blood.
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
God.
Wait, what are we still talking about marijuana?
Well, because I smoked for so long, cigarettes for so long, since I
Yeah.
was 17. I'd smoke a pack a day, right?
Yeah.
So I was smoking so much weed and so much cigarettes, right, that eventually I started hawking up gigantic chunks of like blood, like curdled blood.
Yeah, but I heard that episode. You went to the doctor and they said you're okay. There's nothing.
Well, what happened was then, right when that happened, like a week after that, Bob Saget died,
Yes.
and then Louis Anderson died. They're both friends of mine, right? And then because I was so high all the time and so riddled with anxiety that I just started thinking, I'm dying because of the blood in my lungs, right?
And rightly so. That would seem to,
Yeah.
that would seem to follow, yeah.
I know.
I don't think if I ever coughed up blood, I'd be like,
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah, unless I just recently hit my body incredibly hard because I have spat out blood, but I knew why.
Yeah.
And I was like, I still have to go to the hospital.
Yeah. And I would like take photos of blood and send it to my girlfriend, and she'd just be like, "You're dying." You know what I mean? This is
Wait,
insane.
she say you're dying.
Yeah, because she's a nurse. She was a trained nurse, so she's like, "You gotta go. We gotta do something."
So you go.
No, what happened was I didn't
You
go. To the
don't
hospital.
go.
No, just listen, right? So the first thing I do is just fucking listen, man.
It's hard.
I know. So then I literally thought I was dying, and I couldn't leave the bed, for weeks, right? So then what happened was, I remember, I couldn't, I'm on a show called Inside Job, which is a animated show on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I would cancel those sessions because I just couldn't leave the house. Like, I couldn't do it, right? And so they sent me to a place, a rehab, right? And then when I got out, I got lung x-rays done. But I quit smoking there, cigarettes, all drugs and alcohol, porn. Porn's gone.
Right.
Does that make you cough blood?
How much porn do you have to watch to make you cough blood?
No.
6 degrees of separation. How do we get that?
No, the porn was it's an addiction, right? And it's
Yeah.
like it's there for me to escape. Like, honestly, like, all right, I'll just be honest with you. The porn was affecting my sex life
Because
with my girlfriend.
I don't want to ask him.
I don't. Yeah,
no,
you can leave it at that. That's
No,
fine.
I'm an open book.
Are you?
No, what am I?
I don't want to do it.
No, do it. Just
It's
ask
the
me.
wrong show. You should come on my show and I'll ask you the next question.
Yes, yes.
So anyway, just the intimacy of it.
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Like connecting with people, with my girlfriend in that way. You know what I mean? Because women want to feel connection, they want intimacy, and
Especially
being
your
held.
girlfriend.
Especially your girlfriend, right? So I wasn't doing
Particularly.
that. I know. Okay, guys. So then I have 2.5 months of no cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, porn.
And how do you feel?
I feel pretty good.
Good. How's your lungs? What the doctor
Dude,
told you were good, right?
So they looked at my lungs, clear, and
Did he say what it could be then?
no, he was just basically saying you were smoking so much cigarettes, smoking so much weed, right? That your just lungs were like scarred. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And
Wow.
yeah, and it's just not. And also, when you do it since I was 17, I was smoking cigarettes, and you know, I love Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah. What's that?
You know who Leonard Nimoy is?
No.
Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't know Leonard Nimoy?
I do now. I mean, I
Who
did.
do you play?
His name.
Who do you play?
Spock.
Yes, I like it.
All right.
Right, very good. Right, Leonard Nimoy,
I'm here.
when he was 50, right?
Yeah.
But then he died later from a lung complication, right? So in my head, I was just like, I'm 50, I gotta quit now, and I'm just done with it. You know, I don't want to die. I have too much to do.
Can you
Yeah.
feel how it's affected your stamina?
Oh my god, amazing, dude! I do Peloton now. I do hikes. You know what I mean?
You skate,
I skate. I can skate
ramps,
now.
you do ollies.
Dude, like I couldn't have done that 2.5 months. There's just
I
no
was
fucking way.
I was getting. I was wondering if
There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 more pounds.
Fortified their structures.
That's a lot, man. Like when people lose 20 pounds, that's a lot.
25 pounds. I lost 25 pounds, man. It was insane. I weighed this when I was 24.
Yeah, heard on your show you said
Yeah.
that you stood on the scale and you got to 159, and that's something that you weren't.
Well, yeah,
for
150. Since I was like 22, 23.
Right, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And I have all my lung capacity back. I don't cough. You know what I mean? I feel energetic. I can smell things. You know, it's been a real life change.
House probably smells better too now, right? No cigarettes.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend doesn't smoke, right?
No, she doesn't smoke. No, she's very healthy in that way. But it really did and also it changed my comedy.
I take the right.
in what way?
Well, I'm on because I went to these places. I went to 2 places when I went to rehab. I went to a psychological place too, and they prescribed me some medications for my ADHD and my obsessive compulsive behavior.
Yep.
And like I'm like Howie Mandel. Like I have to touch things 3 times and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And so I'm on a little bit of medication for it, and being sober and being clear in that way, and also along with the medication, I feel better than I've ever felt in my whole entire life.
Awesome.
Do you mean so in comedy it opens you up to more material?
It's not just that. It's like if you watch me perform before, it's a lot of. I'll just act act out the energy. You know, it was like energetic and just constant, right? And now it's just more like taking my time and being clear with the setups. Because a lot of times I'd be so fast that
yeah.
people wouldn't even understand what I was really even saying sometimes, you know what I mean? And now it's like everything's just much more slowed down and clear. And it's also, I can think of more things on stage to say, like improvise and stuff.
Yeah.
It really is, it's been a life changer. And I always thought that it was any kind of medication would have affected my art or whatever.
Yeah.
But it hasn't. In fact, I feel like it helped. Yeah. And it's, so it's been amazing. I don't know what's going to happen in the near future, but I honestly believe that I feel like I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't good. The way you were doing that, that's
No.
not good.
No. I, you know, I still have issues, you know, with, you know, I have daddy issues. Yeah.
Me too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a pretty bad run too.
With your dad? Was he abusive? Through your childhood?
Yes. Yep.
Do you do trauma therapy or anything like that?
I did. I used to go to therapy every week and see a person for a long time.
Yeah.
But I mainly did that to try my relationships when it came to women just kept the same outcome would inevitably occur. And then I realized that it can't be them, it's me. So then I went to therapy because I really wanted to stay with my wife. And that was, to be honest, that's the only reason I went, because I was like, I don't really care about being that fixed, but if she's gonna leave me, I'll go. So then I go, and it was like really tough. I mean, I had to do I had to make a lot of apologies, and I still feel like there's a lot of stuff that the way I treated people without really thinking, just because I'm stuck in my own head all the time and reacting to things that not necessarily are the actual problem. I'm reacting to stuff that happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
But now that I know that, not cured, but I have got a lot better, and I'm a lot happier with my day-to-day existence. So, but if I ever get rocky, I call that guy and start seeing him again. I just am in a good spot.
Your dad's name is Frank, right?
Yeah, he passed away in 1995. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But was he? I mean, did you?
He wasn't abusive to
No,
me.
no, he wasn't.
He was
No, no, no.
super supportive of my
Yeah,
skating.
yeah,
He just
yeah.
wasn't warm. He wasn't loving.
Yeah. But that can hurt too, though. You know,
Oh, for
as a
sure.
kid, you
It
know what I mean?
affected all my relationships. But I hate trying to place the blame on him. I should have figured that out earlier on in my life. But like Jason, I was with my wife now, Kathy, and I knew that it was the best thing that ever happened to me in a relationship, and I had to go figure that out separately.
On your own, yeah.
On my own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, through therapy or something like that, or just
Through therapy.
Yeah.
Intense. Yeah.
like intense therapy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And
Did you
then-
go away somewhere, or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I've done that too. Probably in Arizona. it's always in Arizona.
Such a hot spot.
No, it's a hot spot for therapy. It's not, yeah. But wow. So you had to do that trucking work as well.
I did, yeah, but it was also the same thing where it was just like, I know all the pieces are here for your amazing future,
Yeah.
but you have to. It's just like, or like Jason said, the problem isn't them, it's
Yeah.
me, and so why can't you just figure this out? And
But a lot of it though is, you know, you're right in that way, but it's also, but when you're a kid and you're not listened to and supported in the right way, and you don't see warmth, you know what I mean, and that kind of stuff, that does affect you, right?
Sure,
as an,
yeah,
and as
for
an
sure,
adult.
yeah.
So, you know, it's, you know, I mean,
I think my dad was trying to show his love through his actions of like supporting and driving me and doing, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it was
Yeah.
never spoken or shown in a different way. It was always
It's funny,
just
like you knew that his dad loved
like
him.
he's trying.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's-
Like I knew my dad loved
But
me,
he was in the,
but
he was in
could
the
never
Navy in
say
World War
it,
II. Like
you know?
he had no, and his dad failed,
I know.
and he was raised by like his sisters, and
All right.
yeah, it's cyclical, yeah.
yeah, it's very cyclical.
Yeah.
But with the drive, it can be changed. Like I feel like people that have a lot of drive, like to me, I was like, you're a pile of a person, but you're really good at this, and this. You don't really practice trying to be a better person or more understanding. You practice these things, and look how good you got at them. I'm like, what if I put that effort into this?
Yeah, exactly that.
And with the efforts that people like us have, it's a really good effort.
We're very determined,
Yeah.
and we persevere in one aspect of our lives. We
Yeah.
need to translate that to others.
Yeah, I had to point it somewhere else for a little
Yeah,
bit.
exactly.
But I've always wanted to explore what makes, because it's like, you know, there's something within us, right, that has that thing of like, we focus on one thing, but the thing that we do focus on is healthy, but also difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, if everyone had that, right, I think that this world would be maybe a different place even, because I think people in this world they just live in this fear,
Yeah.
right? And they don't want to try things. They don't want to, you know what I mean? They don't think things can happen for them.
Because they haven't. Once you do it one time,
Yes.
you know you can do it in other things.
Yeah. So I kind of want to, like, from now on, encourage people just to try anything.
Yep.
Because I'm just like, you know, I just see the world so fucking sad and people so miserable, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just like, you know, we're just not taught to support each other and to, like, encourage people to do shit.
Yeah.
It's hard. You talk about that, how, especially when I've seen skating, I've seen people with the most natural abilities where it's just easy for them.
Yeah.
And they're not motivated. They don't want to push it. And it's harder being in the role of being their team manager or their sponsor, where you're more excited for their career
Right.
than they are, and you can't pull them out. Like, it has to come from within. And it's been really disheartening through the years to see a few people where it's like, you could have it all. And it wasn't even hard to do.
Yeah, do you think then it's hereditary?
sure.
But also your experience as a kid, sure, you know.
But it's
and
like
hereditary,
Tony
yeah.
said, there comes a point in your life when you get to an age where you're like, I know that there was some bad things that happened that might have scarred me, but I'm mature enough to make an adjustment right now and grow the fuck up. Like, it's no longer their fault. Like, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
I don't
oh,
want
my
to
dad did
be, I don't want to be
this.
stuck in that cycle.
Yeah, you can change it. I
Yeah.
got kids, so it was way easier for me because I'm like, if I don't change, they're gonna grow up like me, and I don't want that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Well, you're an interesting guy, dude.
You gotta get
You know what I mean?
So are you.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like
I'm fascinated. I mean, my experience with you was when we did Mad TV,
Back in the day, yeah.
and watching you and watching Will through the years.
Oh, yeah.
Because Will was part of it.
Yeah. Will was just over at my house. Yeah, Will
Will
is.
Sasso, you guys both told me what a fan you were of the game.
Yes.
But to a point where you were obsessive, you're like, no, I can do, like, I'll kick your ass with scores. Like, I got all the combos and I got everything.
Okay, so when the very first Tony Hawk 1 demo came out, it was just the warehouse, right? Where you could play, right? I'm not kidding you. I played that 16 hours a day for like 4 months until the fucking game came out.
Yeah.
Like I could do like everyone around the house was like so amazed. I could like, you know, the fucking railings on top, right? Spin around that fucking thing and it just all that shit, dude. It was fucking incredible.
just combo after combo.
Yeah, because because I just have always loved the sport, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, I mean, to watch all the videos and, you know, be obsessed with certain companies and this and that because I grew up in San Diego, you know, but when that game came out, it was just like, oh my God, this is fucking amazing. But I just played I've been playing, again, like I said, the 1 and 2 of the one that just
The
came out,
remaster,
the
yeah.
remastered one. They're so fucking great, man. There's so much to do.
What system?
Now you're cool.
I'm not judging. I'm
I
just
am
asking.
just saying.
I didn't
though.
even know you could get judged on that.
I got 'em.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well,
there's
some
a-
people still have.
I got them all. So
Is there an
You have a
incorrect?
5?
yeah,
You have the new Xbox too?
yeah.
Wow. What games do you play?
Forward.
I just finished It Takes Two with my wife. Have you played that with your girlfriend?
Is it a horror movie? Is it
No.
a horror game?
It's pretty amazing.
What is it?
It's a game where you have to collaborate. You both have to. You have to have 2 players.
Okay.
And you work together to finish these challenges, and you've been miniaturized. It's like a whole storyline of
Yeah.
this couple that's possibly getting divorced and their daughter who's traumatized by it, and they have to they get shrunken into stuffed animals, and they have to survive their way through the house to get back to their daughter. I know, it's out there.
No,
but,
I like it, yeah.
But the challenges are insane. And she and I played it, and so all of our kids all except one are in college. Or moved out of the house. So when my daughter would be busy at nights, we would just go to the couch and play that game until we finally finished it.
Yeah.
But it's super fun.
What is the
I feel like I'm doing an ad for it. now, but-
Is the screen split then, or
yeah,
do you have to have
screen is split.
Oh, yeah, good.
Sometimes it's combined. If you're just you're scrolling sideways.
So you need 2 controllers.
2 controllers.
All right.
And so one time, I was busy doing my rehab stuff, and I come in, and my wife is on the couch with both controllers like this. Are you doing it by yourself?
Oh, you're
She's like, I just want to get past this one level.
Ew. Wow, how
Yeah.
selfish. Do you play games?
Not really.
Why?
Oh, not good.
I just got busy.
Yeah.
I got a lot of other stuff that I don't have time to do that.
But do you have a console?
My son does.
I'd love to play Warzone with you, man.
Why would I be good at Warzone?
I just think that you have a military mind.
Do you really think so?
Yeah.
He's gonna strategize.
Yeah. I think so.
I feel like he just goes guns blazing.
I'm pretty charger.
He's coming in hard. Yeah.
No, because a lot of the characters in Warzone have Australian accents.
What's up with that?
I don't know why, but they just do.
Why do Australians want to do that?
I don't know why they don't. But no, the characters do. Like when you hear them talk.
Is it because we sound tough, and if you add that, then it makes that guy tougher or something?
No, you guys.
People think Australians are tough.
Not only tough, but you guys are. Well, first of all, you guys are the criminals of England, right?
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Good point.
Oh yeah.
My mum's mum stole some bread or whatever.
Yeah. All that stuff. Yeah.
That whole thing, and then also, secondly, I don't know why you guys just look like you're good at black ops and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Maybe they are. I'm American. I've been here long. I've been
If
talking.
people from Australia hear him talk, they're like, dude, that guy's not Australian.
really?
Oh yeah, big time, mate. Have you heard yourself? I'm like, yeah, I'm talking right now. You fucking lost it, Jace. You fucking lost it. Because you have to Your mouth comes out. I grew up with people like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, how are you, mate? Hey, you good? Yeah, that good
Wait,
one.
can you do an Australian accent?
He does the sick one.
Not
Yeah,
barely.
Let me try it. I want to learn.
Oh,
This is a guy.
oh, mate, g'day.
I'm Mike. Hello.
How are you?
pretty good.
How are you, mate? You
How
good?
are ya?
You good?
You good?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way.
That's the why.
He says
That's the
bullshit
why.
real good,
Oh yeah.
The old bullshit, mate.
Oh, that's good.
right?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I do cheeseburger and beer.
So we imitate each other's
Yeah.
accents.
Hey, I'm Tony Hawk.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wait, is it hard?
Oh man, I love doing comedy, mate.
Oh, wow. Have you ever done stand up?
No,
Please do.
Please do.
Yeah.
I do speaking gigs.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, like TED Talks?
They're
done that,
like
haven't you?
corporate like I'm on the speaking gig circuit. In fact, I just went to Billings, Montana last week.
Wow.
And talked in front of like 1,500 people, and I think I've learned the cadence and like and somewhat comedy like in my stories. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I know
yeah,
how
yeah.
to sort of turn it where this is an interesting story. I hope this is an interesting story, but I've got a comedic ending to it.
Right.
And I've learned. I guess I've felt a portion of what you guys have felt when the laughter comes back. And like,
Yeah. Especially when you know they're supposed to laugh at it.
yeah,
Yeah. I hate it when I
yeah.
say
I've
something.
had tough crowds too.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah. But you must feel like in the beginning when you started doing, you must have been really
it's-
nervous.
Oh, so nervous. And just, okay, almost like notes of chapters. Okay, talk about, all right, now we're going to talk about the first time I skated. Okay, then the sponsorship. And it was so formulaic and probably disjointed.
Yeah.
Now it flows a lot easier. And it was weird when I did it too, and whatever. I won't talk about me this whole time, but it was weird when I did it because the doc on HBO had just been released. So I'm going to tell my story. I'm like, I think a lot of these people have seen it now, because a lot of them were saying that they had seen it, and I was like, I'm just gonna retell the story, I guess, that you guys just watched on HBO.
Yeah.
But I managed to update it with my leg and other things.
Right. But you could also even talk about it like I know you guys already watched it. You know what I mean? So-
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
assume that, but I felt it.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
seems pretentious. I'm sure you guys have already seen the movie about me.
You're right. Don't do that.
What else is there to say?
He's always gonna look out for shit like that. We don't catch it.
Yeah. That's how.
I just get up and be like, hey man, I'm sure you know about me because I'm pretty sweet. Oh shit, that's uncomfortable for people? My bad, but seriously, you probably do.
Have you done corporate comedy gigs?
I've been offered them, but there's no way I can do it because
Why?
there's just too many rules.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll say like you got to wear a suit or like something nice.
Really?
But why would they hire you?
That's right. I mean, I know. It's
But
like,
is it more that they're worried you're gonna offend the company?
well, there's nothing.
Not by your dress, but by your comedy.
Just if you look at my act, there's not a single joke in there that I don't think I can tell in front of, you know what I mean, suits.
Mixed crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just not a single one. I mean, my opening joke is about,
Cold
I
fury.
have a 5-minute bit about Down syndrome. I mean, you can't talk about Down syndrome.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not in a negative way. That's,
Obviously
I don't want
not.
people to, you know what I mean, get angry, but like, the joke is funny in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's in a positive light, but still, it's like, topic-wise, like, you know, having sex and, you know, I have a bit about my girlfriend in my butthole.
Right.
You can't do that at a Pepsi fucking corporation.
I'm gonna steal that. That's a good one. I don't even know how it goes.
You're just gonna riff on it.
I have that experience. I'm gonna make it a joke.
Yeah. It's also like,
Do you do private ones? Sorry, but have you been hired by like a not a business, but like a rich person? It's like, I want you to do stand up in my house. Is that?
yeah, one time recently, maybe 2 years ago, a millionaire or whatever goes, I want you and Theo Vaughn to play my backyard party. And it was like a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I ate it so hard.
You guys did it.
We did it. I ate it so hard I was sweating tears
What about
out of my
Theo?
face. He ate it too, kind of.
Because was it not a comedy crowd? Like, was the crowd like, oh, cool?
No, there's a buffet. People are eating. People are talking.
Right.
Yeah,
it wasn't a scene for comedy.
Yeah.
That guy was just so rich, and he's like, I want you in the corner of my backyard.
That's
Yeah.
like an episode
Telling
of Silicon
jokes.
Valley.
Yeah. It was
My
terrible.
good friend Bobby.
Yeah. Right.
Theo.
Yeah. One time I did a gig in Vegas, and there was this guy named Steve Shariffa. He was on Sopranos,
Yeah.
right? But before, he was the talent coordinator for the Riviera. right? And he used to call me Ching. I don't know why.
Wait, did you take offense?
No, back in it was probably the late 90s, so it's like, well, because he learned it from Dice.
Okay.
Yeah, and Dice called me Ching because of Chi-Ching, money. But it just sounded racist.
Yep.
Yes.
You're right.
A little bit.
There's a skate trick that we used to call chink chink.
Yeah.
And it's the sound your truck makes, because when you do it, your truck kind of rattles and hits it.
Yeah.
And no one calls it that anymore.
Yeah.
I get it, but it's that it morphed into something else.
Yeah,
and
it morphed into that. So it sounded weird. But anyway, Stripper called me and goes, "Hey, Ching, you're Chinese, right?" And I go, "No." He goes, "You are now." I go, "What is it?" He goes, "I have a gig in Vegas. It pays $5,000. All you have to do is 15 minutes. And it's for this Chinese businessman." So I go, "All right," because I needed the money. So I flew there. And I show up, and this Chinese guy comes, because I'm in the green room. Chinese guy comes to me and goes, he speaks in some Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Yeah, Mandarin.
I was gonna say,
Right.
would they expect you to do comedy in Mandarin?
Yeah, and he goes, "You speak Mandarin, right?" And I go, "I'm Korean."
You said that.
Yeah, and they go, "Oh, right." Then they gave me a book, right? And the book had the face of this old Chinese man on it. And he was like doing this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who's that?
I'm supposed to be roasting this guy in Mandarin. And this is his biography.
Here's his life. Read his life, and then write jokes in Mandarin for him right now.
Yeah, so then I call Shripper and I go, the panic.
Yeah.
But he did tell you to be Chinese. In his defense. In his defense.
I know, but this is 4 days. That was 4 days before there's no way to learn Chinese in 4 days.
No.
Right? So yeah,
Those
so
apps are pretty good, but I don't know if they're that good.
Yeah. So I was he's like, just do your act, right?
In English.
Yeah, in England.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't even know how big the place was, but there was like 1,000 people there, and it was like this corporation of this Chinese man, and it was his birthday, right? His name was Simon something Chow, or I don't know what his name was, right? And now Stripper had already paid me, so I had the cash, and I had gone to the casino, I cashed it, right? So I had the cash in my pocket, right? So I walk up on stage, and they bring the man on stage.
Oh, so you've got to tell him
Yeah. So
to his face. You got to.
yeah, so he's coming up, and I'm not gonna do any jokes about him because I don't know him.
You didn't read the book.
I didn't read the book because it's all in Mandarin, right? So I'm just like,
Wait, the book was in Mandarin.
Yes.
Oh my God!
yeah.
Get out of
It's like
here!
a bad dream.
Yeah. It was a lose-lose, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I need this money. I have to do it, right? So I have to do 15. So I just do my act.
To him.
No, I don't even look at him. He's just on stage, confused. Now he's just kind of looking around like he doesn't even know why he's up there.
Yeah.
Right?
Are people understanding you in the audience?
No.
Violence
No. So this is what happened.
Holy
Oh my
shit!
God.
So this
This
is
is
what
a
happened.
new level of uncomfortable.
So this is what happens. I 3 minutes in, I'm doing jokes about smoking weed.
It's all guys like.
I'm like, you know, this stuff like, yeah, you roll a joint, you know what I mean? And it was like, and all of a sudden, you could hear people clanking their silverware at the same time.
Oh no. In protest.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
Oh, that's hard.
And I don't know anything about the culture or whatever, but my gut said this is not good.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a cheer.
It's not a cheer. It's not like
More jokes, Bobby Lee. More jokes, Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
No.
It was more of a hostility.
Shut up, Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It
Yeah.
was hostile. It was
Wow.
hostile.
It's very rude.
But what happens to me when I bomb, or when that happens, I get extremely defensive.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A rage comes
You get
out.
combative.
Yeah, I get combative. Like now it's like me taming an animal.
You're trying to get it back at them.
Well, no, I now know I can't finish. My gut says you can't finish.
It's off
this.
the rails.
It's off the rails, and my rage is coming out, right?
Yeah.
So I just fucking pull out the cash, right? I go, fuck you, mother. I like, you know what I mean? I already got paid, bitches, or whatever, right? And I slam the mic. I walk out, right? And I scurry back to my hotel room. So this is what I hear. This is what happens. I'm sitting there going, and I get the phone rings,
Yeah.
and it's Shrill. He goes, leave town.
Oh, really?
They're coming to
Like
get
the
you.
mafia.
Well, so I had heard that he was associated with the mafia because he was on the show Sopranos. Sharippa was, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, he always had rings and, you know, he's Italian, big guy. You know what I mean? So
But what I don't understand the connection to the birthday party or the.
I mean, he booked it, right? And
they
now
got
they're
mad at-
yelling at him what I did. Fuck you, I got paid.
Right.
He just said leave town.
Is he coming after you, or
I don't know why. I don't know why he says it.
someone's coming after you? Is what he tried to say.
What I got from it was to leave town.
Yeah.
That's it. Doesn't matter.
I don't give a fuck.
No questions
My
asked.
flight was the next day. I went to the airport then, and I slept at the fucking airport.
Smart.
Right?
Yeah.
So cut to.
Wow.
I feel so much better about my comedy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's never gonna get that
You
bad.
did well. You didn't have to pay those dues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't pay any.
So
I
cut
know
to
that.
years later now, right? I'm on Mad TV. Okay. And when you're on a show, you do this thing called, you know, there's the upfronts, right?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like every year the networks have a week in New York.
In New York.
Where they introduce to the ad agencies, you know what I mean? Their upcoming lineup and their new shows and stuff.
And they have stars of the shows come
Yeah.
to make appearances. Like, oh, Mad TV's coming, and I'm on it. And
Oh, and
yeah.
you meet the executives.
No, you meet the executives, and also there's a gigantic stage where they just are 8 o'clock spot, this show,
Yeah.
and then the cast will walk up, wave.
ESPN made me do that once. Not made me, but asked if I would do it, and I was booking your trips to New York anyway, so I did. And they're like, yeah, you're in the upfronts, ESPN, because they did the skate park tour.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it was like, here's the new programming, the skate park tour. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be on tour.
And you just stand on stage.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's it.
That's it.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
No talking. They don't ask.
Well, I mean, you give a little synopsis, but
Right.
it's
Yeah,
for them
yeah.
to sell ads around.
Okay.
Yeah. And the audience is filled with ad booths. There's like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Okay.
Right? It's a real awkward place, but it's a free trip. It's first class, and you stay at a really nice hotel.
Yeah.
It's really
Nice.
nice, right?
Yeah.
And you're around stars, I guess. You know what I mean?
Sounds
So
cool.
It feels
Okay.
fun, right?
I'm in.
So I board the plane on LAX. First, I never fly first class. You know what I mean? So I'm excited. I get the window seat, and from my peripheral vision, I see Steve Sharippa sit next to me.
Your peripheral vision. He's next to you.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
not
mean-
peripheral vision, but yeah.
yeah. No, but from my eye, because I never looked directly at him. I just knew just by like this that
Yeah.
was him. And obviously now, your heart's, you know what I mean?
Oh, you think he's gonna kill you?
I just think I don't want to have that conversation like what the fuck happened years
Yeah.
ago. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? You know
How
what I
many
mean?
years had passed?
7, 8 years. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah. Sometime.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah.
You can't get that mad 7 years later.
But what I did was the whole flight, I put the blanket over me.
Wait, you didn't talk to him?
No.
And he didn't talk to you.
Just wait. So I put the blanket over me, and I pretended to sleep the whole trip.
Not asleep.
I had to pee the first 5 minutes I was on the fucking flight, and I held it for 6 hours. All right? It was fucking terrible, right?
Ruined your first class
It was
flight.
terrible. It was
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
You didn't even get
I
to
was
see
thirsty.
first
I
class.
couldn't even get the drink
Yeah.
or the meal or anything. I just pretended to sleep the whole time, right? Because I'm such a coward. I'm a coward, right?
I was gonna say, it would have been so easy to make amends, I feel like.
I know. In retrospect,
I think he wasn't gonna kill you. I don't think the blanket saved you.
So this is what happened.
Yeah.
Now we have to leave the flight.
Yeah.
So I swear,
It's gonna
I gotta
happen.
pee. This is terrible.
Yeah.
So I just kind of take the blanket off, right? And I kind of look, and he looks right at me and goes, Bobby Lee! And he gives me a hug.
He didn't know it was you the whole time.
No, I had the blanket over me
Man,
like
he
this.
blanketed
Well, I guess
quick.
Yeah. I blanket quick, right?
And he literally like so get on the
said-
plane and was like, oh.
He had no idea, because he was now at that time not the talent coordinator. He was a star. He was one of the cast members of The Sopranos.
Oh, okay.
Right? So he's got a completely different life. Never, a guy like that doesn't know remember something like that.
He didn't bring it up.
No, he never brought up nothing.
You didn't.
No, why would I?
And you were tortured for 6 hours.
I was tortured from. I almost fucking died, man.
Yeah.
Had crystallized urine
Yeah,
in my
you
fucking
can't
body.
hold that. Yeah.
yeah.
Very
It was fucking
dangerous.
terrible. Yeah.
What lesson did we learn there?
So, to confront. To confront.
There you go.
To confront. Yeah.
We're
And-
growing.
Yeah, to
We're
grow.
growing.
Yeah, and also just to even honestly, Tony. It was even hard for me to lock eyes with someone like you because I'm a fan, a huge fan, right?
You can lock eyes with me, I've noticed.
I can lock eyes with you now. I don't care.
Oh,
But,
you've got
you know,
past him?
you-
Good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're not that scary. But Yeah, I'm learning to do it, but like I'm so non-confrontational. Like if I want to break up with a girl, here's what I do.
Hide the blanket. No, when I go to sleep.
I'm breaking up with you.
No, I behave through time so badly. You know what I mean? Like it'll take a year or two, right, for them to break up with me.
Right.
Right?
I did that.
Yeah. So but now I know it's unhealthy because you're wasting years. But now, the last girlfriend I broke up with, I looked her right in the eyes and it was so hard. She was so devastated. But I mean, you learn to do that through time. But my MO has always been, don't confront, right, and just let things just evaporate through time. It's just a waste of time, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're wasting everyone else's time too.
Yeah, you're wasting their time. Yeah.
I get that. I hate that whole.
Have you bombed yet?
Not like people make it out to. Like I hear stories where I go, "Oh my god, that sounds so bad." Like everybody wanted you to.
one?
Yeah, like that one.
Example number one, right?
Yeah, get him off. Get him off. Like no one's ever agreed in a single chant to get me off.
Yeah.
That would be different. But I've had I did Big J Ogerson stuff in Ontario the other day, and every set was the best I'd ever done, and I finally was like, oh my god, this is something I could really get addicted to, like this whole being funny thing. And then I go to Ha-Ha's on Sunday, and it's the late Sunday night crowd, and they don't think what I said on fucking Saturday is funny. And I'm like, but I just said it yesterday.
Yeah.
And then when
But those are the crowds
it bummed me
you
out.
have to constantly go in front of.
Right. That's what I do.
Yeah. You have the shit crowds and the hard crowds because you don't learn from killing.
Right. You
You
can tell.
don't learn from doing well. You learn from bombing.
Well, then I'm doing it because I leave because it's weird. My wife goes to sleep, so I usually get there home by myself. And when those things happen, I just don't feel like they're worth telling anybody. So I just sit there by myself and go, man, you could have said that. Oh man, why did you say that? I can't believe that one guy just wouldn't fucking laugh at me. Like, what do I got to do? And I'm like, and then usually I'll suck, and then somebody who's established will come out, and I go, yeah, like that. Fuck. I want to do it like that. And then I'm in the car, fucking, you can't do it. Maybe you should just fucking quit before you even start, you fucking idiot. And then I have these crazy arguments with myself.
You torment yourself.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it kind of helps because
just choose to not do that.
I'm like, yeah, I know, right? Thank you for pointing out that it's impossible.
I know.
Stop doing it.
Yeah.
No, it's because you know what?
You don't do that?
No, I used to go to auditions, and if I had a bad audition, I would take a bottle of water and smash my face with it. To like sometimes I would bleed, like I would punish myself.
Yeah.
But I do that also mentally. I used to do that mentally to myself.
That's what I
like. But it's like it's just it's unhealthy.
Agreed.
And you can't punish yourself.
I see. We see skaters doing that.
I was gonna say I learned this from skateboarding.
Skateboarding. I was doing something recently, and we were talking about skating and the process, and rage quit and all that. And this girl said, "Are you one of those guys that hits themselves in the head with the skateboard?" I go, no, I never. She goes, "Well, I dated a guy, and then I saw him do that, and I broke up with him."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not gonna go good for me.
Yeah.
I want to say I didn't do that, but there might be video of me like ramming it into my head until it breaks in half. So I can't say that. But I used to really lose it.
Yeah.
When I couldn't do stuff, but I also felt like it helped. Like sometimes in skateboarding, it gets scary. And then if I get angry, then I don't care what happens to me. And then I can just get about my business. Like if it's a bit scary and I can't, it's like, oh shit, it's gonna be close. If I'm angry, I'll be like, good, I like it close. Like, let's see if you get hurt. But if I'm like, oh, I'm not sure, then I'll hesitate.
Did you learn any lessons from the hitting with the bottle?
I learned that I was punishing myself like my dad would when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you didn't do it right. You didn't do it right. It wasn't perfect. And when I realized through time, especially in this last couple of years, I'm just not doing that shit anymore. It's just like I'm 50. Every time I do a podcast, I perform or I audition or do anything like that, like I'm on Sex and the City, the new one, and it's like, I'm doing scenes with Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't know much about the show. It's stressful, right? And I had to remind myself it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to fuck up a line. there's this one scene where I had to cross this. So, you know, I don't know. I know the show's popular, like it's got a cult following or whatever. And so I was with Sarah Jessica Parker, and we had to cross the street. But the only way that we could start the scene is if the light turned green for us, the walk light, because it's in the middle of traffic, right?
Okay.
So I know that once I step on to cross is when you start doing your dialogue, and I had a lot of dialogue. And if you fuck up once, you have to start over and wait for that thing to fucking turn again, right?
Okay.
So I had put extra pressure on myself.
Yeah.
And also she was just like, you know, kind of like she had to take a flight for somewhere. I just knew
It
this.
was rushed.
So
So she had a heart out.
Yeah, she had a heart out, and she wasn't saying anything, but I just knew all this information, right? And in that situation, like if I fucked up in line, I would have been like, fuck,
Yeah. All right.
I'm so sorry, you know what I mean? And done that. But I had to just go, it's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And eventually we got it. You know what I mean? It was fine. But my point is that I just can't live like that because it higher your blood pressure. I could get a stroke. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just, it makes everyone else freaked out. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm a human being, and you know, I'm not gonna do things perfectly.
Did she get mad at you?
No, she loves me.
Oh.
Yeah. She's there's no, you know.
I feel like she smells good.
Oh my gosh, yeah, her teeth are so white.
I bet.
You know what I mean? It's just like white, sophisticated skin.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Like I did a movie with Kate Blanchett.
Was Matthew Broderick there?
No, but I talked about him many times because I did like 6 episodes. So you know, I'll go, "What's Matthew? What's he doing?" You know what I mean? But I did a movie last summer with Kate Blanchett,
Yeah.
and I looked at her skin, right?
Yeah.
It's just so white and angelic.
How'd she do that?
I don't know. They're just born that way.
think?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good for
yeah.
them.
My skin
Must be
is-
cool to be angelic,
Yeah.
you know?
Let me. Can I touch your skin real quick?
No. Don't touch me.
Are you verifying that he is angelic or that he's not?
Yeah. You have rough skin?
No.
Yeah. Okay. It's a little weird, man.
I have a
What
question.
is-
Yeah. Go ahead.
You guys, so you know, obviously when you're killing live audience, and you've been podcasting long enough and successful in podcasting long enough, do you know when you killed a podcast, even though it's not edited, no crowd?
That's the hard part. So, like for instance, this one, right?
How do we do?
Did we kill it?
Oh, this is I'm having all. See, I base it on how I feel,
Yep.
right? Number one, I don't know
Do you
how.
think you'll hit yourself in the head with a bottle of water
No,
on the
no,
way
no.
home?
No, this was extremely fun.
Right.
Today was a magical day.
I agree.
Do you agree?
Yeah, it was awesome.
I love it.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
Shoot.
so fun to do, and I just feel like I'm gonna be friends with you guys. You know what I mean? That's what I feel like. But it's like,
When
no,
are you going to show Tony your butthole?
I don't think I will because I was.
I'm not a colleague in that sense.
Okay, my bad. But at the ramp, you might
Yeah.
show him. You guys are skate bros.
There is a time and place
Right. Good point.
for everyone. I did
We
the-
don't do
I
that.
can honestly say I've never done that to anyone on the ramp.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Be not timid.
Morty, get ready for the game to start 30 seconds.
Oh, I'm scared.
Wise counsel. A path opens. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Travel, my bones.
Who keeps? Who's blowing that stupid horn?
Slaughter is just one letter away from slaughters. So let's not limit our imaginations to one at a time. Kneel, your king is here. Questionable. You are in my presence. Be about it. A bone to pick. Separate yourself. At my word. All out war. I'd gladly hit something. As you advise.
Oh boy, Morty, somebody just got real brave over there.
Sing the song. I'm always at my best. As I command. Your king moves. Call upon them. Who's in charge here? Now this is truly the game of kings. Submit to the Bone King's rule. It's not your time. By my decree.
Bountiful.
Your king moves of his own accord. Behold, the Bone King! Yeah. Death is my bitch. Take me, peasant. By any measure. Death is my shadow. Behold your king! Yes, I haven't been killed. Obey. I walk among you. We are in agreement. Never cross me. War is tall. I'll cleave your skull. By any measure. Did I feel a prick in my joint? Keep your thoughts to yourself. Fracture. Your king moves. You gotta keep limber. Come, let's be about it. For the treasury.
We can't play without a support. Fucking useless. You can't kill the PA. Useless.
A path opens. Behold is a great conductor. Behold the bone key.
That force field leads me to believe that Dyer just fortified their structure. Morty, middle tower? You might want to look at it.
Middle tower's under attack! Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, cause Radiant just fortified their
Ooh,
structures.
your middle tower's under attack. You know, Morty, it sometimes feels like they don't even care.
Shovel my bones.
Oh, ownage.
Preemptive flesh twitch.
How go? Please fight. Oh my god.
Submit to the Empire of Gold. Of contention. Soon, perhaps I'll choose a queen. Tis all out war. I'll cleave your skull. I'm under attack. Be about it.
Morty, middle tower. I'm gonna look at it.
Middle tower's under attack!
Behold the bone key. Your king is here. Who's in charge here? Your king moves of his own accord.
Oh, they took out the enemy's top tower!
Oh, you're gonna do this.
As you advise. We are in agreement. Prostrate yourself. Wise counsel. Time to fight.
Morty, you're not gonna like this. Top tower's under attack.
Oh, sheesh!
mate! By any measure,
Invisibility!
Middle tower's under attack!
That force field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their structure.
to the Bone King's rule. War is tall.
Your bottom tower's under attack!
Fracture. Now consumed. Fall upon them. What are you afraid of? Kidding me? Time to fight. By my decree.
Oh, yeah, your bottom tower's under attack.
Rise and shine.
Oh, the enemy's middle tower's gone! Serves them right!
Every king has his coffers. Let's be about it.
Oh boy, killing
You are
spree.
in my presence. Oh, baby. Well begun is half done. The king's six good soil here.
Double damage.
Wait for your better.
Your bottom tower is gonzo, baby.
As I command. El Passable Muster. At my word.
Oh my gosh, Morty. He's from Boston because he's wicked sick. I'm marking this in my journal. Data kill. There was a monster kill.
Fine show of obedience. Fracture. Tis your honor. And clean your skull.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Wubba
It's a
lubba
killing
dub
spree over here!
No longer. All out war. Can't keep down.
Looks like Dire structures are fortified.
Gold is a great conductor. I'm always at my for the treasury. Obey. Death is my shadow. A bow of contention. Your king moves. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Behold, the bone king. I'm under attack. To advantages. Questionable. We are in agreement. Revenge. Never cross me.
Wouldn't it be a bad thing if they put a housing development here? Beautiful forest.
Yeah, Rick. Now, where would these people fight?
Your king moves of his own accord.
Money changes.
Radiance. I walk among you. A bone to pick. Invisibility.
Oh, geez, your middle tower's under attack. Radiant just fortified their structures. You know what I'm talking about?
So what if I swagger? The wise king always has an army. Roll the bones. By my decree. I'm always at my best. Shovel my bones. Submit to the bone. I told you, I have no existing trees. They can all be cut down after the war is over.
Ooh, they took out the enemy's middle tower.
Shit! Holy shit!
Step closer to world domination.
I love it, Morty. Oh, I love it.
This will be the charge ever. I'm under attack. Never cross me.
Geez, Rick, the top tower's getting hit.
Resurrection.
Oh boy, your top tower's under attack.
I've never seen it.
Or
What's the
any-
skaters don't
anyone
sh-
in general.
Well, skaters don't show each other their genitals and stuff.
Not as much as comedians do, in my
There
experience.
was, there was a trend of nude skating, 90s.
Yeah.
It was like one guy, though, really, wasn't it?
A couple.
Oh,
There were
okay.
A couple, yeah. But mostly him.
Yeah.
Would,
Bill
would,
Weiss.
would Lance Mountain show me his penis?
No.
No.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
that was
He
a good.
seems like he would, though.
No.
No, that was a. You're really off.
He would be
might be
last,
Let me ask you some questions.
he would
Let
be
me-
last on the list.
All right, let me ask you some skaters, and you see if they would show me their genitals. You know what I mean? Shane O'Neill.
This is the worst.
Shane O'Neill.
These are the worst questions ever. Like I kind of don't exist in skateboarding, but I still don't want to answer them.
All right, that's fine.
Like they're gonna watch
We'll
and be
move
like,
on.
"Oh yeah, cool."
Yeah, yeah. Probably
bit-
nobody then. Nobody.
Yeah, they're touchy.
Yeah,
I
like
would
think
say
about
no one that you would consider now that's a contemporary skater because they're so devoted to the craft.
Yeah.
They're not partying. They're not loose cannons.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I noticed. It's like
It's a sport now.
you look at like April skateboards with Shane O'Neill and Yuto Horigami, right?
Yeah, no, you're on fire. Go for it.
And no one's flashing each other.
No, they're very like April Skateboards is very clean cut, right? Clean clothes, right?
It's just the skill level is so
It's
insanely
insane.
high.
It's so high.
that they can't be doing anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm I'm far away from nudity here, but I'm just saying like those guys are machines,
Yeah.
and they're on a level that is reserved for the highest points of anything like of what we do.
Yeah, 100. I mean, even that. There's this kid Jin Woo. I don't know if
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got hurt.
I know. Yeah, he just got hurt. Yeah. But this kid.
That kid's insane.
He was 11 when I first started seeing him, and just the technical. It's just so technical and like
Yeah.
advanced for his age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
he's,
amazing.
he's doing the hardest flip tricks into blunt slides, and then the hardest flip tricks out
Oh, okay.
all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
At 11, 12 years
Yeah.
old.
That's
It's insane.
It's a bigger thing now than ever in skateboarding for little people to be insanely good.
Yeah, it's really just almost startling almost.
Yeah,
when
there's
I
a girl
watch
that
it.
we skate with here, Reese. She's 9, and she
He just
does.
learned Ollie 540s.
She just learned Ollie 540s. There you go.
On Ollie 540.
What the?
What the fuck? Dude, sorry for
No, it's
swearing.
okay.
Yeah.
I actually talked to her mum the other day about my cuss because I was trying to trick and I let out a couple of F-bombs.
Yeah.
And then I went over and sat down next to her and I was like, hey, am I like super offensive to be here around your daughter?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, she hears stuff like that in the car. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then they came over and made a joke about, they bought my book and they have, I sell a t-shirt with it. It has my face on it. It says Still Awesome under it. And they were like, yeah, she was going to wear your t-shirt just to be funny at the ramp. And I'm like, wait, you haven't read the book, right? Like, don't read
Bedtime reading.
Yeah, don't tell your daughter about anything in that book.
Chapter 2.
Who's that girl from Brazil? The young girl that.
Graça.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Insane.
Insane, dude. Yeah.
Has really come into her own on strength too. So now she's got the strength and the tricks. She's unstoppable.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question about? I know we talked about this last time. About how you think the Olympics was.
I thought the park events were
fun, yeah.
were exciting and more what people expected from skating. I'm not a fan of the format for the street league format, because it's so based on tricks and attempts, and it's a lot of bail.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that translates well to the crowd. I understand that it's more for the skaters. I understand that it provides more technical skating, but I don't think that's the format for an event that's more mainstream.
Yeah. Even when I found out a couple years ago when they were gonna do people was in the Olympics, I literally cried.
Really?
Because you have to understand, skateboarding in the 80s when I first discovered it and discovered you guys, right? Bones Brigade, all that stuff, you know what I mean? And Dogtown or whatever, right? It was a street thing. It was like a cool, like punk rocker, like Tony Alva and Dreadlocks.
But do you cry because it was breaking some sacred oath, or you cried because you were happy for skateboarding?
Happy.
Okay.
Happy because it's like, number one, I understand like when you did 900 for the first time and like, you know what I mean, all these achievements, they're the greatest athletic achievements, right? On planet Earth, I believe. In terms of technicality, in terms of like bravery and just the sheer awesomeness of it, right? Even the street guys, it's the evolution of that, right? You know, not just Rodney Mully and his technical stuff, but like even that just evolved into just now kids are doing it and just I've always wanted skateboarding to be something that like the world knew about as a legitimate art. It's an art craft. It's art first and a sport. You know what I mean? It's the combination.
That's why
of
it's hard,
both.
because it's subjective. So when you judge it, I think that the misconception too is that now they're creating competition. I've been competing since I was 10 years old. The competitions were the only places of gathering for the skaters, so that's where we did it, and that's how we succeeded at all, and that's where we recognized. So they're not reinventing the wheel. But still, it is very much more of a subjective art form. So I think the coolest part, for me, the coolest part of the Olympics was when, in the women's part, Masugo was the favorite. She had the gnarliest tricks. All she had to do is make a run. She's gonna win. She's gonna get gold, like no question. And she bobbled on a couple runs. Her last run, she missed her second to last trick, kick the bindi, caught it dark side, tried to make it, fell, and ended up in fourth. When the event was over, all the other girls picked her up on their shoulders, carried her through the ring. That's skateboarding.
Yeah.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah, that's what I have noticed too is, you don't really notice it
That's
unless you
skateboarding.
look for it.
That's amazing.
But it's like when usually like in other sports and stuff, there's jealousy or whatever. But when you see a bunch of dudes watching their friend pull off a trick and the joy that they feel for him, they go and hug him or give him a high five, you know what I mean? That's like, I don't even see that in other sports really, you know what I mean?
You just experienced it.
Yeah.
You just did it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I was a little bit jealous. I was like, man, I hope you don't take my spot. No.
Never, dude. Never.
Yeah.
You're Jason Ellis, man.
Right. Don't try not to forget that, okay?
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you so much,
Coming
man.
down here.
Dude.
You're a man of your
anytime.
word. You're a man of your word.
Yeah.
We hear a lot of people like, yeah, I'll come down and see you. Yeah, sure you will.
No.
And shredded.
Yeah.
Also,
I honestly, can I just say
Yeah,
that what we did today, like teaching how to ollie and then the unexpected kick turn, I expected that to be an hour out of our day.
Yeah.
It was less than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And you have natural talent.
Yeah.
thank
got it.
you.
Natural ability.
I get
Bobby
why
Lee.
I get why you feel connected to skating, because you obviously have that same mindset, and you could be a skater if you wanted to be.
If you want me to teach your girlfriend MMA, I will. I know you probably don't want me to.
No,
but
why don't you
I
to?
look like she looks like she's trying to get into it, and I'm
Yeah,
like, I
yeah.
can totally help.
No, she can do it.
She